This is the second in a series of tutorial videos on using WebPublish, the website and web document design tool from AirSet. In this tutorial, I'll cover using the Page Navigation Gadget, a tool that automatically generates a menu for navigating the pages of a site. I'll also cover adding background image to an area and several other area properties. Returning to the layout template of the bakery website example, I'm going to add a banner graphic at the top of the content area and a page navigation menu just below the banner. First, I'll open the layout template page for editing. Click View Page Layout and subdivide the content area by selecting it in Structure View and clicking on the Split Area button. Since the area already had a background color and frame, a dialog appears asking if we want to keep those elements. In this case, we do. I click on the vertical option to split the page into vertical sections and add another area to create the 3 sub-areas I need. The banner image is 210 pixels tall, so I'll set the height of the banner area to 210 pixels. And I'll set the menu bar to be 30 pixels tall. I'm going to create a folder to hold the images used on this site. This isn't required, but is a good practice for organizing your assets. The banner image could be added using the Insert Image tool, but in this case I want to be able to put text on top of the image, so I'll use an Area Settings option to set a background image for this area. Note that you have 4 options for image sources. You can upload an image from your computer, use an image previously uploaded to your cloud computer, reference an image anywhere on the web by its URL, or use one of the images stored in the AirSet library. In this case, I'm going to upload an image from my computer, but first I'm going to open the image folder to set it as the destination for my upload. Now I'll upload the image and set its position to be top center. Let's take a look at the page. Next, I want to put the name of the bakery in the banner area. Note the black area set aside for this. While editing a page, there are 3 view settings: Structure, Show Page, and Preview. Use the Show Page view for entering text. You can still bring up the Area Settings dialog in this view by clicking in an area and then clicking on the Area Settings button in the Page Layout dialog. First, I'm going to choose the font, size, style, and color for text in this area. Since I don't want text to appear over the image, I will set the margins for the area to constrain text entry to the area set aside in the background image, and then enter my text. Next, I'll edit the menu area to add a page navigation gadget. I'll use the Structure view to select the area and set its background color to black. Next, I'll set the area content to use the page navigation gadget. The page navigation dialog appears. This might seem intimidating at first, but each section is straightforward. In the first section, you can set the folder whose pages you want to navigate. I'm also going to set the option to show folders as submenus, which we'll use later on. Next, we set the layout option for the page navigation menu items. In this case, we want a horizontal layout with the menu text centered vertically in the area, and we'll set the menu to start 30 pixels in from the left with 40 pixels between each menu item. The next section lets you optionally set a selected page icon that will appear next to the name of the page currently being viewed. For this design, I'll set a cupcake image. Next, I'll set the font, size, and style to be used for the menu item text. And then set the color for the menu item text for non-selected pages, the currently selected page, and the color to use when the mouse is hovering over a menu item. There are additional options that can be used to create buttons for menu items or change the background color and more. But for this design, we'll go with a simple text menu. Let's click Save and return to View to see how the menu looks. Now let's add a few more pages to our site and set them to use the layout template page. We'll add a menu page, a reviews page, and a page for directions. By default, the pages will be added in alphabetical order, but you can manually order the pages by dragging and dropping them in the page list, and the page navigation gadget will show the new order. After seeing the menu text, if you want to tweak the appearance of the menu, just open the layout template page for editing and click the Edit button on the page navigation gadget. In this case, I want to spread the menu items out a little further and move the cupcake icon closer to the text. Since each new page is set to use the layout template page, each automatically gets the page design and page navigation gadget, and you can navigate between the pages of the site just by clicking on them in the menu. At the moment, it may not look like we're changing pages because we have not yet added any unique content to each page, but we will shortly. There are a few things worth noting. The layout template page does not appear on the menu. Template pages never do, only the pages created from a template page. Also, even though we check the option to show folders as drop-down menus, the Doc and Images folders do not appear on the menu. That is because these are reserved names in Web Publish and are automatically ignored. Folders whose names start with an underscore character will also be ignored by the page navigation gadget. Since we split up the content area to add the banner and menu, we need to name the new content area in the layout template page to be able to edit the content area on each page. Remember, only named areas will be editable on the pages created from a template page. So I need to open the layout template page for editing, select the content area, and name it. To summarize, in this lesson we learned to subdivide a page area while keeping the original area style elements. We learned how to upload and set a background image for an area, how to set the area text style and margins, and how to insert page navigation gadget into an area and style the navigation menu. Finally, we created new pages from the template page. Next up, we'll learn about adding text and graphics to a content area and learn about setting text styles for the page and for areas on the page.